All right, now we got the Muppets in the background because the Muppets Treasure Island, which is actually one of my favorite movies. I'm just throwing that out there. We're going to do a problem, so we're going to step it up a little bit and do, probably one of the harder concepts from Module 5, and that is, okay, so we're going to talk about the fact that, so we had this reaction, the first step in extracting copper from copper sulfide. So we have this reaction right here. But then we have a second step, okay, where you take the copper oxide, then react it with C, and make something else, okay. So we have a two-step process. So we're asking the question, how many grams of copper? So you have to find copper up here, or Cu, if you don't know what copper is. It's right here. So we have to find that. So that's the first thing to do, find what they're talking about. How much of that can we make from every 1.0 grams of this? So again, look for that. There it is up here. Well, how the heck do we get from this stuff up here to this stuff down here? Okay. So you have to be kind of a detective here, and you have to look at these reactions, and you have to say, well, what's in common between them? Is it this? No. So let's erase that because that was silly. So then, is it this? Yes. Okay. So that's what we have to do. We have to take this one to here. Okay? And that, in essence, is going to put us right here so that we can take that to there. Okay? Now, I'm going to look at this like a two-island problem. Okay, so we could do, there's many, many ways to do this, but I'm going to draw it as two separate islands, okay? But realize, once we're on any island, we're on any other island, okay? So I'll show you what that means in a second. But we're going to have to take a boat here and get on this island, okay? And then we're going to take a boat off of here and get off of that island, okay? Because it wants to know how many grams of that can we make. Now, so that's the first thing. Identify where we're starting, where we're ending, okay? And then the next thing to do, like we've done on every other problem, 1.0 grams, so 2 sig figs. That's how many are in our answer. We don't have to think about it again. At the very end, 2 sig figs, you're done, okay? That should always be just kind of in the back, all right? So, what are we going to do? We're going to start with 1.0 grams of Cu2S, okay? Here's 159.16 grams of Cu2S for every mole, okay? Now we're going to hop to this other. So for 2 moles of Cu2S, there are 2 moles of Cu2O. Now I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to figure this out. What is this equal to? 0.00628. 628 moles of Cu2O. Okay, that's where we are right now. Now, think of it like this. Now we have a brand new problem, just a new problem, okay? And we have this much Cu2O. How much copper, Cu, will we make from this? Now it's just a single reaction problem. We don't have to think about it anymore. Okay, so let's not keep going with that one. Let's just basically start a new problem. It's not like we're doing anything different. Okay, so we're going to start. But now, here's the beauty. We're on Mole Island, so you don't get off the island. Do not leave the island. We're in moles. Okay, so now for every 1 mole Cu2O. There are 2 moles. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Let me fix that. There are 2 moles of copper. Okay? That's from this reaction right here. 1 is here, and there's a 2. Okay? So now we're in moles of copper. Again, we were on the island. So once you're on an island, don't leave the island until the problem is over. And now for every 1 mole of copper, however I write this here, that's the molecular weight I'm going to use. For every 1 mole of copper, there's 63.55 grams of copper. So that equals 0.80 grams of copper. 2 sig figs. Okay, so we have 2 significant digits. We figured out how much copper we have. We did it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. That's it. Okay, couple molecular weights along the way. The important thing here is once you are on an island, it doesn't matter which island, once you're on an island, don't get off of it, okay? So we didn't go to grams of copper oxide. We just stayed at moles, and then we just kept going, okay? We treated it like 2 problems. We found moles here, and then once we found moles here, we just said, okay, now we have a new problem. We don't have copper sulfide anymore. Now we have copper oxide. So then we started right here and just had a brand new problem. We don't have to keep going. We don't have to think of it as anything different, okay? So that is as hard as it gets in Module 5. Ta-ta.